Hello, everybody. We are back again. We're going to be doing some racing here tonight with the Gen 6 cars with the Nexus Motor City League at Bristol. 175 laps. First off, though, Jay, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, man. We're just Bristol, baby. Round two. If we got any inclination of what we saw last week for this week, we're about ready to be seeing amazing racing here tonight. These Gen 6 guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Like what we said, we're coming in a little bit late here. We're in the middle of qualifying right now, so you guys are seeing all the action as we've got a couple drivers on track. Let's go ahead and pull up some of the tickers here so everybody can see. We've got a couple of cars on track. They're going to be able to get 4 laps. Right now, Travis Manning being able to put up the quick time right now. Here's George Oakes. Currently P4, looking to best his time right here. Coming across the start-finish line. Let's see if he can best it, and he does not. See if he can do it again here. He's now P5 as Greg Shaw goes. Oh, and he makes contact with the wall. That's not going to be it for him. Let's look at Brad Haldane now going through turn 3, it looks like. Coming off of turn 4, very close to the wall. Let's see what he can do. He's P5 at the moment.
Yeah, coming off a podium finish last week in Kansas, looking to best that by 2 positions here tonight. See what he does here at the line.
P5 with a 14.8. Got Dylan Winters on track right now. Let's see what Dylan can do. Matt Yost just finishing up his run, currently P10. So Dylan Winters is pulling over Scott Bellum in the number 1 car, coming through 3 and 4 now. Let's see what he can do, currently P8. He goes a little bit quicker, not enough to pass Dallas Seward, who's in front of him right now. Coming across the start-finish line again. He's got one more lap to try and best it, a 14.9. Coming off of turn 4 now. Crossing the start-finish line, Scott Bellum finishes it out as a P8 run. Got Tim Henderson on track showing a very strong running during that Fun Around and Find Out series on Monday. Let's see if he can transfer that momentum over to this series with the Gen 6 cars, as he is currently P10 with a fast time of 14.881. Looks like he may be slowing down a little bit. That might be it for him. Go over here to Jamie Knopf. He's looking to make a great run tonight as your defending race winner last week at Kansas, putting on a great show between him and Manning. Let's see what he can do to take it to Manning tonight. P9 so far with a 14.7. See if he can best it now going through 3 and 4. He goes P4 with a 14.578, just right behind Riley Mobley in the P3 position. Let's see if the 48 can pick up any more pace coming through this corner, and he is deciding to pull it off. And he's going again here. Getting some a little bit more freshness under his car to try and challenge Travis Manning at that 14.388. Only car on track right now. Oh, he gets real loose. That's not what he needed. That's going to end it right there.
He was digging. He was definitely trying to take that pull time.
Absolutely, he was. So we are almost 6 minutes into this session, meaning 4 minutes left. Only got a few drivers left. Zach Bates only running 1 lap. And Robert Gast not attempting yet. All right, so since we didn't get to go through it beforehand, Jay, this is the last great Coliseum, right? We get great races here, whether it's in iRacing, whether it's with the NASCAR series that come here. Jay, what can we expect tonight with these drivers on track?
I expect a lot of side-by-side racing. This field is stacked here tonight. Best iRacers in the business. I see multiple lanes of racing, and I see everybody refusing to lose. I think it's going to be a tight battle up here for the lead of this race. Can Manning, can he get redemption from last week, coming up just a little short of victory lane? Can Jamie Knopf go back-to-back? Do we see a surprise winner come through the field? It's going to be a wild show. 175 laps on deck here at Bristol. We'll see who could take the dub here tonight.
Absolutely. We got Scott Mayhew. Have a great stream, guys. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. We miss you out here. Richard is in the chat as well. Let's go. Absolutely. Look, Richard, I'm probably just as excited as you are to watch this as I am to call it. It's going to be a great race. We're going to be watching, again, some of the best drivers in the business take it to the track tonight, and watching this ever-growing series get a little bit better. Week in and week out, I can't wait to get this show on the road. We're looking at just about 2 minutes and 20 seconds before we can go into our warm-up session, where we can let the drivers take a last-minute effort to go ahead and make a little bit of adjustments to their cars in preparation for the race.
Yeah, we got a couple short track aces out here. Riley Mobley on the number 05 car. He's a perennial favorite in the short track series, as well as George Oakes, exceptional short track racer himself. Tim Henderson coming off that momentum with that Monday win, as well as Patrick Dabrowski. He's making an appearance out here in the Gen 6 cars. Short track ace himself.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, we're just going to be having the best drivers that we're seeing across all the series of Nexus showing up tonight. And, you know, not only do we have those drivers, but we have some of the dominant drivers here too. Jamie Knopf, Rob Collier. I mean, you know, even with some of the short track series, we saw Brad Haldane mixing it up, getting a win there. George Oakes got a win purely based off of strategy. And well, I shouldn't say that, but obviously lots of speed out of him too. We've seen lots of speed out of all of these drivers at this track, or not this track, but in this series. And this track is going to exaggerate a little bit, or exacerbate all of these drivers' skills tonight to try and get as much positions as they can. Riley said he cooked his flyer. Challenging for that win.
Man, if he says he could have got more out of it, man, and he was over there P2, wow. Riley Mobley might be somebody to beat here tonight. We'll just have to wait and see as we're closing out this qualifying session. We got less than 15 seconds to go.
I think that's pretty much the nail in the coffin there for Mr. Manning here, grabbing the pole as he's in the chat as well. Let's go. Yes, sir. Congratulations to that 99 car getting the pole. That's 2 poles in a row, isn't it?
Yeah, he's on a pole string run here.
All right, straight into warm-up we will go. These drivers are getting ready, like what we said, making the last little bit of adjustments that they can in preparation for the race. All right, Jason, what's the mentality now going into this warm-up where, you know, you only have 5 minutes to tweak or tune any last bit adjustments that you have? what do you tackle first? Do you think that maybe these guys are going to be going after their tire pressures? Are we going after balance? Track bar? What else can they do during this time?
I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of adjustment in these cars. These drivers probably have this stuff figured out, spent all week prepping the setup for this race. I think it's really just setting your race setup on it real quick, run a couple flyers, make sure everything's good to go, and then set up for the race. I think this race is going to be decided by track position, and I think you're going to want to get it early and maintain that track position through strategy. We're probably going to see cautions. You don't want to get buried in traffic. We've seen a lot of people struggle once they get buried in traffic to get back through the field. So make sure you get your race set up on it here, run it down, shake it down real quick, and then send it for the main.
Absolutely. These guys know what they're doing for sure. All right, topping the charts right now, Riley Mobley at 14.569. That's pretty fast for a race setup there. Definitely one to watch tonight. That beautiful UPS 05 car. Are we running at Darlington, or is this Bristol?
Yeah, I noticed that too. We had an Army car out there with Dobronsky. I thought that was looking pretty slick too. And then also George Oaks in that pink car, looking pretty clean.
Pretty clean it is. For sure. Let's go through the field right now. Here's Dylan Winters in that 14 Valvoline car. And Dallas Seward in his normal number 38 car right there. Travis Manning sporting a new paint scheme tonight in that 99 car. Gregory Shaw also sporting some new colors tonight. Brad Haldane in that number 39. Beautiful looking Rocky Ridge Chevrolet. With Rob Collier here with his typical 02 Care Bear car. Or is that My Little Pony? Yeah, My Little Pony.
Heck yeah, it's My Little Pony, baby.
That was Daniel Maddox in the We the People car. And then we got the car that smiles back. Your defending series champion, Javon Thompson, smacking the wall there. And then we've got Matt Yost here. This Costello Waste Management number 70 car. Jay, who is your prediction tonight? Who do you think is going to be a serious contender to win this race?
Gosh, there's about 10 guys I'm looking at, maybe even. I mean, it's hard to pick a winner for this race. I think track position is going to mean everything, and I think that the 05 UPS car, Riley Mobley, I think that's the guy to beat here tonight. He seems confident. No, I don't want to test confidence here. I think he's the man to beat.
Absolutely. The 05 car showing up with a beautiful paint scheme, getting ready to battle it out at Bristol, the last great Coliseum. I'm going to have to go with, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say this 45 car of, all right, I might have to take it back now.
It's just the warm-up. Testing that roll cage out.
Greg Shaw, I'm going to go with the 45 car tonight. Newcomer to this oval series. He showed awesome speed last week. We got some post-race interviews, or not interviews, but just some post-race discussions with him, talking about how he just barely missed his setup, went the wrong way during the race, and his race fell apart. So I think tonight he figures it out. I think that he is ready to battle it out here, and I think we're going to be seeing that 45 out front. All right, Jay, let's go over our grid here. So on pole tonight, you got Travis Manning, and the number 99 car, starting on the outside of him, is Gregory Shaw in the 45 car.
Starting third, Riley Mobley in the 05, with Jamie the Iceman Knopf in the 48, starting fourth.
Rob Collier in the 02 car starting P5 with Dylan Winters on the outside of him in the 14 car starting P6.
Starting 7th in that 39 car, Bad Brad Haldane with George Oakes in the 6th, starting 8th.
Dallas Seward in the number 38 car starting P9 with Scooter B, Scott Bellum in the number 1 car starting P10.
Starting 11th, Tim Henderson in the 20 with Daniel Maddox in the 68, rounding out your top 12 starters for tonight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. We're going to be watching these guys go around another pace lap here before we take the green. This is a prime opportunity to make sure your belts are tight, your gloves are on tight, ready to go. Jay,
It's Bristol, baby. 18 cars on deck. Best iRacers in the business. Getting ready to go green.
Absolutely, they are. All right. We got our one time around here. Travis Manning getting ready to start this out. Jay, real quick, last thoughts. Do you think that high lane's going to be worked in the early race, or do you think these drivers are going to have to hit the bottom?
I think they're going to be searching for that outside line. Track position's going to be everything. You got to find it. You got to find it early. 175 laps here. Bristol goes by quick. We're going to see where they take their line out at the beginning. I think it's going to be the outside.
All right. There you have it. Maybe Gregory Shaw is going to be in position to get the race lead off of turn 2, or maybe it's going to be Travis Manning prevailing on the inside. We will find out. We got a stout stack of cars here ready to start this race. Travis Manning in the number 99 car going to be leading the field to green with the pace truck off the racing surface. The green flag is in the air and the 99 car is getting a great start. The 45 got an awful start on the outside. This is what the 99 wanted. We're side by side now for 4th, 5th, all the way on back down to 6 as we now watch Riley Mobley going on the outside, possibly, of the 99 car. Not going to make it happen. He gets loose going into turn 1.
Wow, that was not what I expected on the start. Now they're searching for the bottom. Shaw's looking to the inside, but Mobley's taking it to the outside. And as I say that, Shaw goes to the outside. We're single file for the first 5 here. Mobley's trying to find a way around Manning. He takes it to the outside here early on.
Gregory Shaw back here trying to chase down these guys again, but Riley Mobley taking a different line than the 99. Now going down the front straightaway, the 05 has the run. He's on the inside. A little bit of contact now coming off of turn 2. The 05 holds the nudge for the race lead. The 05 is still, he is your new leader. The 05 of Riley Mobley now leading this race.
Whoa, we got a little sideways. Manning nearly was able to pull the crossover, but Mobley to the point. Here comes Scholl. He's looking to the outside of Manning now. Can he make it happen? Look who's rim riding back here. It's Dallas Seward in the 38. He's moving through the field extremely quick here as we're side by side. Mobley's into the wall. Your leader, Mobley, into the wall. Here comes Manning to the inside.
Manning now trying to take advantage of that misfortune by the 05, and he's not going to be able to capitalize on it. The 05 still holding strong now, going through 1 and 2. Don't hold your breath, though. Back here, we've got Dallas Seward just going for it. He's on the outside, making up a bunch of positions as the leaders still battle it out.
Yeah.
Rob Collier's
into the wall. Showtime into the wall. Here comes Seward. He's going to take advantage of it. He's still rim riding up here on the outside. He knows track position's important. He might be finding something here on the outside. He's flying right now as Mobley continues to lead. Single file for about the first 8 positions up here at the front of this pack.
Mobley taking command of this race right now. Got a 0.2 of a second lead over the 99. As you can see, the 05 taking a drastically different line through the corners. He's just getting an amazing run down the straightaways. As the 99 makes up a little bit of time in the corners, running the bottom line. He's not able to make up for it down the straightaways. Mobley, still leading this race. They're putting a good gap on 2/3, and that is Gregory Shaw, who is also going to be battling it out with Rob Collier.
Yeah, I think this outside line is going to be the one to be in. As you see, Mobley is continuing to run that outside. Manning still still bottom feeding down there on the bottom, trying to find something around Mobley. He's looking to the inside. We're side by side here for a second. He's going to send it back in on the bottom. We're still side by side for the lead early. Here we are, still side by side. Manning's finding some on the bottom. Mobley's got something up here on the top. Two distinct lines. This is what I expected. Mobley might have made wall contact there down the back.
Manning now, he is faster on track. He's running that bottom line all the way through. He's not being able to go up to the wall and get as much track as he can to drive off the corner. Still faster last time by with a 15.109. Mobley running a 15.117. Still on the outside, trying to find grip to get away from the 99 car. That time by, it looks like the 05 was pretty fast. Yes, he was 2/10 quicker. Not going to be able to go up beside the 05 car anymore as the 99 starts to find himself stuck behind the 05, not being able to make the pass.
Yeah, what a battle we have up here for the lead. This is crazy. We got two distinct lines. This is what we were hoping for. This is what we expected at the top as Manning is continuing to run that bottom as we got a side-by-side battle for third. Showtime to the inside of Shaw. It's still side-by-side. Both of them sideways there off of turn 4. Not going to affect them any. As Collier's going to send it in. Pull a slider. Barely clears Shaw. Move him up to P3.
02 shuts the door on the 45 going down the back straightaway as he gets sideways off of turn 4. The 45's not going to be able to capitalize on that situation though. Now Rob Collier pulling away from the 45. No competition.
Yeah, what a pass by Rob Collier as we continue to battle up here for the lead. Manning still fighting it up on the bottom, trying to make it happen, find that momentum and carry it through the corner as Mobley is doing a phenomenal job running his line and controlling this race right now up on the outside. It's going to be an extremely tough pass here for Manning as he takes it to the top. He's going to try and follow him up there, trying to find something a little different to find the pace to get by this 05.
And he puts it in deep on the inside of the 05. He's trying to make that pass happen. Coming off of turn 4, the 05 gets extremely close to the wall. They're still side by side now through 1 and 2. The 99 fighting very hard on the inside. Contact is made. The 99 gets jumped. The leader's wreck.
The yellow flag is out.
Big contact. Big contact.
Travis Manning being all the way put back down to 12th place with a lot of damage to that 99. Riley Mobley having a lot of damage to that 05 car. It's all left rear quarter panel and right side.
Wow, what a turn of events here.
Wow, okay, let's go ahead and look back at that replay. Because that happened way before the middles of 3 and 4. That was happening through 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and look here. Coming off of turn 2 here. They got lap traffic in the way. Riley Mobley making contact with the wall and losing the car up on and into the 99. The caution flag waves. There's your two leaders. They did take their quick repairs. These guys running out of quick repairs already. Dallas Seward coming off of pit road now. And here is Rob Collier being delegated.
We didn't have very many people take a pit stop there, I'm noticing. We got Jamie Knopf, Brad Haldane, George Oakes, Yost, Henderson. Lots of guys deciding to stay out here. Change up the strategy here a little bit. Get that track position. We said how important it was at the top.
And to the front they go. Jamie Knopf going to be leading this field to green on the restart with Brad Haldane on the outside of him. Look at this too. George Oakes up into the 3rd position. We got Matt Yost in P4 and Tim Henderson in P5. These guys very early in the race, but still having a good run. George Oakes does pull into the pits now. That'll put him all the way back in the pack. But it'll also promote Javon Thompson into P5.
This is interesting. Now we've got pretty much a split strategy here. The first 9 decide to stay out. The back 9 decide to pit. So this is going to be interesting to see how these strategies play out through the rest of this race. Appears that Mobley and Manning Went from P1, P2 back to P10, P11. The first guys with quick repairs on their cars now with fresh tires that just pitted.
All right, real quick, let's show our championship standings here. Jamie Knopf winning last week. You can see him at the top of the board. So right now, your top 5 in points, Jamie Knopf, Travis Manning, Brad Haldane, Scott Bellum, and Chad Gwenigsman. That is your top 5 in points. These guys, it's still very early in the season. A lot can happen for these guys. We will update you post-race on the points. Lights are off on the pace truck. We are going green flag racing this time by. The 48 car of Jamie Knopf going to be leading the field to green. Brad Haldane on the outside of him. Matt Yost behind the 48. And Tim Henderson behind Brad Haldane. Let's see what these guys can do here now, coming off of turn 4 in the green restart zone. Green flag in the air. The 48 gets a good jump. The 70 caught lacking there just a little bit. There's a huge gap now between him and Jamie Knopf in the 70. Brad Haldane taking up that position in P2 as we got a side-by-side battle now for P3. Looks like Matt Yost might take that position. No, he does not. We're still side-by-side now going into turn 1.
Yeah, we're still side-by-side here. Tim Henderson up on the outside. They're still side-by-side. Here comes Mobley. Where did he come from? He's already back up here looking for a P5 spot. He's onto the outside of Dabrowski. He's going to clear him. Move Mobley up to P5. Where did he come from?
Mobley trying to, we can see the desperation right now. He makes a little bit more contact with the wall down the straightaway. Now going side by side with Matt Yost. We got a caution. Stephen Downton. Real quick replay here. Let's see what happened to him in the 09 car going into turn 1. Making contact with the 68. And losing it off the apron now. Lots of contact there for the 09 car. Lots of damage. He's going to have to come down pit road and get that thing fixed. There we go. We got the 45 down pit road. Javon Thompson down pit road too in the 93. Got Rob Collier. Oh, Rob got a lot of damage out of that. We might have to go back and look and see what happened to the 02. Already had damage.
Maybe a little bit of checkup on the restart in the back of the pack there. Got a little bit of nose damage.
Possibly, absolutely. Could definitely happen here. Now, though, the 48, the 39 leading the front row. But look at this in third place. Riley Mobley in the 05 car, ready to get back to the front and lead this race.
Yeah, he was flying through the field there off that restart. Manning, he also drove his way up to P6 here. We'll see how important these fresh tires are here on this restart now that they're closer to the front of this field.
All right. These guys are now waiting to be stacked up again to go back green flag racing here at the Last Great Coliseum with the Nexus Motor City Cup. Ready to go back green racing. 48 car looked very strong on that restart. We'll see what he can do now that he's got the 05 behind him. It's going to be a great battle between these three cars right here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how good of a restart that 05 can get behind Jamie. We see that inside line. The leader usually takes off. The inside line doesn't get going. It gives the outside an advantage. See if Mobley can keep pace on this restart. But we see the lights are out on your pace vehicle, and you know what that means.
Yes, sir. We are going green flag racing this time by. We're going to be watching the 48 car again lead this field to green with the 39 on the outside of him. The 05 of Riley Mobley starting P3. Matt Yost in the number 70 starting P4. And Travis Manning all the way back up into the P5 position. Well, let's see who prevails here on this start. Now, the 48 leading the field. The pace truck off of the racing surface in the restart zone, and green flag in the air. The 48 gets another massive jump over Brad Haldane. Brad Haldane's going to try to settle into second. Not going to happen. The 05 forces his way through. He's now into P2. Here's Travis Manning now challenging Brad Haldane for P3 as he's on the inside coming off of turn 4 and into turn 1. We've got a battle heating up here with the 48 and 05.
Wow, Mobley got shot out of a cannon. He's going to the outside of Jamie Knopf. He's gonna clear him off of turn 2, or off to turn 4, excuse me. He is your new leader. Wow.
The 05 just making a point tonight. This is his race, and nobody else can take it away from me. The 05 just putting down absolute flyers now as we see Travis Manning running a commanding P3 on his quest to get back to the front and challenge Mobley.
Well, that shows how important fresh tires are, as Mobley just drove from like 11th to the lead here, as now Manning is up to P3. Can he get by Jamie and set his quest to get back to Mobley and contend for this lead of this race here early on?
Here comes the 99 hunting down the 48 right now, coming off of turn 4. We'll see what he can do in the coming laps to try and help his bid and getting back to the front. Right now, though, we've got a pretty good battle here between Brad Haldane and Matt Yost as well. These guys are duking it out, as well as the 99 and 48 in front of them. These guys are, all of them, battling very hard as we now see the 99 getting up to the rear bumper of the 48.
Yeah, he's been looking to the outside, up a lane off of Jamie Knopf. He's going to follow him through 3 and 4. He's going to draw real close to him. He's going to take it to the inside. Manning, he's looking for P2 over Jamie. Jamie slides up the corner.
Ooh.
Oh, nearly makes contact. He might have made contact. Manning up to P2. Jamie back to P3. Manning got his eyes set on Mobley, who's a second and a half ahead of him now.
Absolutely, that's going to be a big task for this 99 car. Let's see what he can do in the coming laps. Right now, though, Brad Haldane holding off Matt Yost as Dylan Winters now coming up to the inside of the 70. They're going to be battling it out now. The 70 car still side by side with the 14. Dylan Winters almost taking that position through turns 1 and 2. He completes it off at turn 2. That is Dylan Winters into the P5 position.
Yeah, he's
And
flying to the field. We got a yellow.
The 23 car and the 09. Stephen Downton again gets caught up in a wreck. Let's see what happened here to the 23 car. Oh, just making a little bit of wall contact there. Getting into some other drivers. Let's go ahead and just rewind it just a little bit more. I feel like there's a little bit more to the story that we're seeing. No, it just makes contact with the wall and loses it. 23 car getting into the 6 now. Just collecting a few other cars. 23 has a lot of damage.
It looked a lot like Riley Mobley earlier in the race. Kind of get a little bit of wall contact, send you down the track and right around. Now do we see Jamie pit here?
I don't know. I feel like it would be a good time for that 48 to pit. Maybe he's just running his own strategy and waiting. Looks like the...
I believe Travis Manning pitted.
Yeah. Looks like he did. He missed it there. That's Scott Bellum now coming down pit road. Got Dallas Seward on pit road as well. The 09, Stephen Downton on pit road as well. He's got lots of damage to the front end of that vehicle. Probably doing a little bit more damage repair for that guy. '05 car still out in front, leading this race.
Yeah, as we're closing in here on 50 laps into this race, will be lap 49. Will be starting once across the line right here. And a lot of shakeups. Look at Rob. He's already back up to P5 after having that early pit stop and then that, I would assume, restart collision there with a little bit of stack up. He's fought his way back into contention.
All right, Jay, we got lights out on the pace truck. We're going to go green flag racing this time by. Seeing some familiar faces out there leading the field. That is Riley Mobley in the 05. Jamie Knopf in the 48, holding on to a strong P2 right now. He's got Dylan Winters in P3 in the 14 car. So the 70 car, Matt Yost starting P4 with Rob Collier back up into the top 5. We'll see what he can do on this restart. He's got a new car. Use that quick repair. So again, watch the 05 lead the field to green as they come into the restart zone now. The green flag is in the air, and he gets a fantastic jump over Jamie Knopf. Knopf not being able to challenge at all, as Jamie is now pulling away from third place. The 14 car pulling away as well. Rob Collier, he is on a mission now, making a place up right there, up into P4 as Matt Yost gets relegated back to P5.
Yeah, we got the top 4 up here. We got Winters, and here comes Showtime. He's looking to find a way around Dylan Winters. He's going to take it to the outside here. Maybe he'll get a great run here off of turn 4 and set him up. Oh, Winters gets a little sideways. That's going to give an opportunity for Rob. Here he comes on the outside, looking for P3. He might be able to clear him here. He does. Move Rob up to P3 as he's going to the outside of Jamie now.
Jamie coming under attack now by the 02. That 02 having a little bit fresher tires right now. It should be a pretty easy pass, as Jamie has not taken tires this whole race, as almost everybody else in the field has. Now, Jamie Knopf being relegated back to P3 as Rob Collier now takes on that quest to run down the 05 of Riley Mobley.
Yeah, what a battle back for Rob, as he's already back up to P2. The adversity he has fought through tonight has been insane, as now Tim Henderson is to the outside of Manning. No, Manning's in a clear, and Manning's on his quest back to the lead after pitting on this last caution, as he's looking to the outside of George Oaks. Now he takes it to the bottom where they're trying to pull a crossover. We got a caution.
Not much coming up here for the report of this caution. Let's go back and look at what caused the yellow flag here. Oh, it's the 68 car, Daniel Maddox. Let's go back and rewind it just a little bit so we can see what happens coming off of turn 4 here. Just gets a little loose and slaps the inside wall. Caution is out for that tonight. As he does stay ahead of the pace truck and the leader. So he stays on the lead lap.
I think that just goes to show how difficult of a track this is and how difficult it is to drive these cars. These are the best iRacers in the business, and they're struggling here early on.
Yes, they are. All right, so now we've got Riley Mobley back up front. Got Rob Collier back up to P2, and Travis Manning, another one of those early leaders, working his way back up through 6th. We've got a couple of drivers in between those two, though. Dylan Winters, Matt Yost, and George Oaks. George Oaks making a great run tonight in that number 6 car. As always, some of the best paint schemes we see in the Nexus Sim Racing Leagues come from this car right here. I'll give a shout out here to Tim Henderson. He makes some awesome paint schemes.
Yeah, he does. That guy, he is fun to watch. He would putting on a show on Monday in the Fun Around and Find Out Pro 4 series. That was pretty crazy to watch. Out here running up in the front of this field here at Bristol. Looks like Jamie actually made a pit stop on this caution. One of the last ones to hold out on those tires he started the race on. Finally decides to come and get some new ones.
Maybe trying to make a two-stopper out of it. Maybe save a set of tires if there's a green-white checkered or something.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've seen how important tires are. We saw Mobley and Manning drive up to P1 and P2 after starting 10th and 11th on an earlier restart. So those fresh tires mean the world here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for this restart, we will do our full throttle segment that we have been working on for you guys. You guys will be able to listen to all of the sounds and everything else going on. We will do that right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy this restart. We'll be right back with you.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, and we got a wreck in the back right here. Tim Henderson being involved in that as well. They hold it straight, no caution.
Wow, I'd have thought for sure that was going to be a yellow. They made some significant contact. Henderson sliding back all the way to the end of this field. George Oakes has got some significant damage. He's pulled to the apron.
He's broke. He is broke. George Oakes electing to come down pit lane right now. Is Riley Mobley still leading this race? Here comes Travis Manning. Travis Manning coming out of nowhere. He's challenging for the lead. They're making contact with each other. The two leaders of this race again making more contact. Now off of turn 2, they're still sideways into turn 3. Travis Manning pulling really hard on the inside, trying to make that pass happen. But the 05 getting the run down the front straightaway. Still side by side now through turns 2.
Wow, still side by side. These guys have been battling all day. Mobley continues to run that outside line. Manning's going to clear him here off of turn 4. Move Manning up to P1. Mobley's going to come back at him to the inside. Oh, he gets tight in the center of the corner. He's going to lose some time here. Manning is your new leader here at lap 75.
Manning taking that bull by the horns, taking the lead of this race now. You see the 05 getting a little loose coming off of turn 4. Now as Georgia Oaks is starting to battle with him on the inside. We'll see if that holds him up anymore. Rob Collier now coming into the picture. He's going to get back to the rear bumper of the 05. He might be able to make a pass here. Now just completing lap 75. We got 100 laps to go, Jay.
Yeah, we've got 100 laps to go in this race, and we've seen so much adversity be fought through today as Manning is stretching this lead out on Mobley here. He's 1.2 up. His Collier is now challenging Mobley for P2. Here comes Showtime. Where does he go? Mobley gets into the wall. Here comes Showtime to the bottom. Rob Collier side by side here.
He makes the pass coming off of turn 4. Now the 05 back to the inside of the 02. The 02 having to move up the track a little bit. Not the line he wants to run, but it doesn't matter. He clears the 05 off of turn 2. We got a little bit of a battle happening back here. Jamie Knopf was battling with Dylan Winters, though. He's making his way back up into the top 5. As Travis Manning still leading this race, Rob Collier behind him, Riley Mobley rounding out your top 3.
Yeah, as now Manning is getting into some thick lap traffic. Is that going to allow Collier to close? No, he's cleared all these lap cars now. Now Collier's, we got a car around.
68 car. The caution coming out again for the 68 car of Daniel Maddox. We'll go back and look at this yellow flag. Oh, the 23 hooks him. Going into turn 1. Might have to replay that just a little bit more. Let's get the full picture here, Jay, and see what happened. Now going into turn 3. Some real close battling here. 23 making contact with the wall. We saw that with Riley Mobley. Excuse me. Now the 99 leading this race. Oh, look at this. Riley Mobley down pit road. Here's Rob Collier down pit road as well. We're going to be watching that 05 bullnose his way back through the field again. Scott Bellum electing to come down pit road now. Got another couple cars behind him. Got Javon Thompson. Here comes the 68 as well. The 68, Daniel Maddox. But Scott Bellum leading this field down pit road right now.
Yeah, as we're closing in on the halfway point, get some tires here. Maybe you can run the rest of this race. I don't know. It might be risky. We'll see. As now we see Jamie, after his pit stop, he's already climbed up to P3. He sees Manning in his front windshield. He's going to have a chance to battle for the lead here off this restart.
Absolutely will. Now we see the 45 back up into P2 as well. 99, Travis Manning leading this race still. Brad Haldane is in P4 with Steven Downton making an amazing comeback right now. Back up to P5.
Yeah, Tim Henderson in the chat, he says, no tires ever. I thought these were Gen 6 cars there, Tim. Yeah, he's running P6 right now. Seems like that damage that he got with the George Oaks there earlier in the race doesn't seem to be affecting him as much as it did for George.
Good stuff. That 20 car making his run through the field again. Very close to top 5 running position. He's got all the cars that took tires right behind him, though. So it might get a little sketchy here on this restart. We'll see what the 20 car can do. Stay ahead of these guys. Not get wrapped up in a little bit of trouble. Lights are out on the pace truck. We're going green flag racing this time by. We're going to be watching the 99 car. Travis Manning leading the field to green. Got Greg Shull on the outside of him in the 45 car. Jamie Knopf in the 48. Brad Haldane in the 39. And Steven Downton. Rounding out your top 5. keep a close eye on that 05 car and see if anything happens there in the 99, though. Again, leading the field to green as the pace truck is about to pull off the racing surface. These guys are ready to go back racing. Into the restart zone he goes, and green flag is out in the air. The 99 getting a great jump once again. Greg Shaw on the outside of Jamie Knopf. Jamie Knopf sneaking his nose in there to not let him get the bottom line, but the 45 prevails. He's all the way back up to the side of the 99 coming off of turn 4. Not going to be able to do anything with it, though, right now. The 48 of Jamie Knopf losing a lot of ground to the 45. But nonetheless, these guys are still racing each other.
Here comes Collier on these fresh tires. He's to the inside of Bad Brad Haldane. He's going to clear him. We got another yellow.
I didn't see. I got nothing on the report here of what happened. As Brad Haldane now coming down pit road. Let's look at this yellow flag and see if we can see anything with these guys. Go for the back here and see if we can see anything. May have just been a debris caution there with these guys. Go back live. It's Brad Haldane is the only car to pit for this caution. Travis Manning still the leader. Greg Shaw still in P2. Jamie Knopf, P3. Rob Collier, P4. Steven Down holding on to that P5 position very well.
Yeah, that was a weird caution. I think I have to agree with you. I think that might have been debris, maybe. I don't know. It was interesting.
Absolutely. Jay, what would your strategy be now if you were in the 99 car leading on lap 90 of 175, knowing you probably got to make a couple more pit stops for tires? What is your strategy here on these restarts?
Well, I think his strategy gets opened up a little bit here because he has such a fast car. He knows he has a fast car. He's been making it happen on the bottom. He's been able to climb through the field when he has to make a pit stop. I think his strategy now is just maintain this gap to the lead. If we get a good long run here, just try to build a gap, right? Get through lap traffic if you can, and then if you do end up having to make a green flag stop, you minimize the damage by having a gap to fall back on. Everybody else, I believe, is going to have to make one more pit stop from here, so I don't think you're going to lose out on the strategy game. But who knows? We could see somebody just send it, and if we get a long green flag run and try to make it to the end.
Absolutely. What if you're the driver of the 05, Riley Mobley? Getting a little bit of damage there on the restart, it looks like, in the rear bumper. Maybe a little bit of right front damage. But what's your strategy if you're the 05 car and you're all the way back here in 11th place with fresh tires?
I think his strategy is survival. I think it's a matter of getting through the field clean. He's got a fast car. He definitely has a winning car. It's just a matter of getting through this traffic and surviving.
Absolutely. Now, look, we've got lights off on the pace truck. We're already going down the back straightaway here. We're going green flag racing this time by. The 99 going to be leading the field to green once again. We've got Greg Shaw, Jamie Knopf, Rob Collier, and Steven Downton. Rounding out your top 5. Now the pace truck pulling off of the racing surface. The 99 car going into the restart zone now with green flag in the air. He gets another green. Steven Downton goes around in the back. He spun his tires, is not going to be able to make it now. He's all the way back down to P15. Racing off at turn 2 now. The 45 looks to the inside of the 99. He wants the lead of this race coming off at turn 4. It's not going to happen. Rob Collier, he shuts the door on him. The 45 takes his normal line now. He's up top, but it's no match for the 02 car. But the 45 prevails on the outside.
Wow, we're still side by side. Showtime's gonna clear him here. Showtime! He's battling up here with Scholl. He's trying to make his way towards the lead. He's on fresher tires than your leader, Manny. Can he make it happen? Here comes Jamie Knopf. He's looking to the inside of Greg Shaw here. Can he make it happen? He's flying through the field now. Oh, Shaw nearly makes wall contact off of 4. Jamie's going to keep it up to the bottom. He's going to try and clear him here off of 2. He's not going to make it happen.
Still side by side now, going into turn 3. The 48 trying to make that line work for him on the inside as the 45 gets that great run down the straightaways. That's a hard battle to beat right there, but the 48 nonetheless battling extremely hard as we might now have a battle for the lead.
Showtime, he's searching. He's got sideways off of 4. He saves it. He's back to the outside of Manning. He's going to rim ride up on the outside as Manning continues his bottom feeder line on the bottom. He's going to draw it closer. He's to the inside behind Manning. Oh, he's making a move. Where does he take the run? He's going to stay to the bottom behind Manning. We're still battling for the lead up here.
The 0-2 all over the rear bumper of the 99, and we got another caution out on track. Dallas Seward. Hit the gas there, Dallas. You got to stay in front of the leaders. Nice run there. Okay, let's go ahead and look back at this yellow flag and see what happened to the 38 car of Dallas Seward. Going on the inside of Scott Bellum now. Coming off of turn 4, just loses it. Hits the inside wall. Oh, great avoidance. Oh, man!
Woo, that was tight. That was real tight. What a great driving by all those drivers to avoid that.
We got to go on board with Javon Thompson here. This is something that you can't miss. Right now, Travis Manning is pitting. Real quick, we'll go on board. Just see what he saw. You see 38 wreck. He's coming across. Oh, slow her down.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
What a drive by Javon Thompson in the car that smiles back. It's smiling back now, baby. Let's go.
Get that man a fresh pair of underwear because it's code brown in that vehicle. With that amazing avoidance of the wreck there, that would put Javon Thompson into P6 right now. He did not pit. Next car who did pit, though, is Travis Manning. He got Zach Bates in between him and Javon Thompson. Javon now looking like he might go to pit road. No, he does not. Nonetheless, though, the 99 pitting, getting himself back up to P8. Rob Collier, though, stays out. He's leading this race.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising here as we got about 73, 74 laps to go in this race. I figured maybe you would pit here and maybe try to run the rest of the race. That's what Manning decided to do. See if that works out for him.
I think that Rob pitted last caution. I think that's when he took some tires there.
So he might just be thinking, let's get to the end of this race. He's got the track position now. Should be able to make it to the end of the race. Just got to hope for a green flag run here so that Manning doesn't have a chance to climb through the field as quickly on these restarts.
Yeah, here we can see when Rob pitted last, he actually pitted last on lap 81. So you can see starting with, where is he? Manning. Manning just now pitted. All the way down in P8. You can see the laps that they pitted at. So Rob surrounding himself with drivers that pitted relatively close to his pit lap. All the way back to Manning in P8.
Wow, that graph, man. Those strategies are all over the place here tonight.
In fact,
it's going to be interesting to see which one plays out the best.
I wanted to bring it back up just real quick here. Riley Mobley all the way back down into 16th place. He last pitted on lap 81. One to look at there. Greg Shaw in the 45 car. P14, pitted lap 70. Now, though, we're stacked back to go green here. Rob Collier in the 02 car. He's going to be leading the field to green. Pace truck is off of the racing surface. We're going into the restart zone now. In the 02 car, Greg takes the green flag and gets a great jump over Matt Yost on the outside. Matt Yost now might be coming under attack by the 14 car, but he's going to get that run going down the back straightaway. It's not going to be enough. The 14 shoves it real deep into turn 3. We're side-by-side racing now, coming off of turn 4.
Yeah, this is crazy. Matt Yost up here on the outside, hanging on to this right now as Brad Haldane is coming up behind him, trying to find a way around both of these cars. He goes hit right up to the wall. We're looking at nearly 3 wide here off of turn 4. Matt Yost is going to hold that position. Here comes Travis Manning. He's looking to get through this pack of cars as Collier is legging the field now. He's checking out on these boys.
Rob Collier already at a 1.5 second lead right now over Matt Yost, while Travis Manning tries to make his way through some traffic here. The 39 still on the outside, but the 99 clears him as the 70 protects that inside line. The 99, though, trying to find a way around him, coming down the front straightaway now. Travis Manning side by side, he takes that position. Going into turn 1, the 99 holds on to it, and he's into P2. Now starts his quest to get the O2 car.
Yeah, as he's currently 1.5 seconds back. Now he can see what's in front of him. It's Collier. It's for the lead. Can he run him down? Is now Jamie. He's making his way through the field now. He's to the inside of Brad Haldane. Brad Haldane's going to take it back to the top. Jamie to the bottom. They're side by side here off of turn 4. They're still side by side going into turn 1. Jamie's looking to clear him for P4 here. He's going to do it. He's going to clear him here off of turn 2.
Jamie Knopf also trying to make his way back up to the front. He's got one more car in between him and third place. Now he's to the inside of Matt Yost. He kind of pushes him up a little bit in the apex of the corner, but coming off the exit, the 48 takes control of that position. Jamie Knopf back into P3.
It's now Manning. He's actually closed this gap down. He's only 0.8 of a second behind Rob. He's closing rapidly. Can he get there? He's just finding his line. He's right there on the bottom. He's been using it all night to his advantage as he's closing in. As we got a car, is that Zach Bates? They're slow on the apron. Looks like there won't be a caution for that as now Manning half a second behind Collier. He's closing and he's closing in a hurry.
2 laps ago, he was 0.3 a lap quicker. Last lap, 0.2 a lap quicker. Let's see what he does this time by 0.3 a lap quicker. He's going to be up to his rear bumper now, coming off of turn 4. The 99 digging really hard to try to get back up into the O2, and he is already on his rear bumper. Now going into turn 1, the 99's got to figure out something to get underneath the O2 car. Now going into turn 3, but there's a caution. Tim Henderson. Teammates. Oh,
That was, oh man.
that was unfortunate. All right, let's go back and look at this yellow flag and see what happened here. Oh, we're already looking at him sideways. Let's rewind it just a little bit here. The 23 and the 20, Patrick Dabrowski and Tim Henderson now going through 3 and 4. Maybe a little bit of contact made there. The 20 getting sideways off of turn 4, and he locks her down, and he tries to get her around. Oh, there goes George Oakes right there. He had a separate incident. We might have to go back and look at this too. Let's go back and look and see what happened to the 6 car coming off of turn 4. Holding her straight right now. See his teammate there. Oh, he tries to shut the door on the 38. No room. All right, back up front here now. We are about to complete lap 118. We've got the O2 car leading the field to green, the 99 behind him, and Jamie Knopf rounding out your top 3 right now. Matt Yost holding on to a very respectable P4 with Brad Haldane behind him in P5.
I wonder if Rob's out of tires, because I would have thought he would have pitted here, because now he's basically a sitting duck to this 99 car. We saw how fast he was closing in on Rob. Very interesting strategy here by Rob Collier.
It's either he's out or he probably has 1 set of tires left. He's probably going to try and use that at the end of the race if need be. I'm sure there's going to be a couple more cautions here coming up towards the end of the race. Might be somebody to look out for a little bit of strategy play here.
As we currently have 11 cars on the lead lap of your 18 starters.
little bit of a report here. Riley Mobley now out of this race. George Oakes out of this race. The number 6 car as well. 3 cars are currently out of this race. We got a couple cars who are a little bit of laps down here. You can see on the left-hand side of your screen. Still lots of racing left. We've got 56 laps ready to be ran.
It's like we're going side by side. Lights are out on the pace vehicle here.
And that means we're going green flag racing this time by. The O2 going to be leading the field to green. He's got a hard charge, a 99 car of Travis Manning on the outside of him. Let's see if he can take advantage of this restart, take advantage of the O2's tires. Put that 99 back out front. Redeem himself from last week. Pace truck rolling off the racing surface. The O2 creeping up to the restart zone. Green flag out in the air. He gets a pretty decent jump. You can see him spin his tires. Matt Yost is in the wall. We got a big wreck behind us. Matt Yost spinning his tires and collecting a whole bunch of cars. Scott Bellum is in it. Tim Henderson is in it. Greg Shaw. Dylan Winters.
The big one at Bristol.
Go back and look at this green flag and see what happened to the 70 car. Real loose there, just smacking the wall. Just grabbing a whole bunch of cars there. It looks like Scott is able to get by with minimal damage. 70 car grabbing a little bit of damage too. Great wreck avoidance there by the 38 car of Dallas Seward. We're back under yellow flag. We got the 45 car coming down pit lane. We've got the 1 car coming down pit lane. Matt Yost is there as well. He took his quick repair. See if Scott took his. He has not. Scott still racing around with a little bit of a damaged car there. We'll see what the 45 does. Maybe no quick repair left. As you see him now very close to going a lap down, it might... Nope, he does get out. Rob Collier is still leading this race.
Yeah, as we're closing in here on 50 laps to go. Currently 10 cars remaining on the lead lap. It's kind of turning into a race of survival here at Bristol.
Doesn't it always?
That's Bristol, baby.
A lot of great driving by these guys tonight. These top 3 drivers doing a great job keeping their equipment in good shape, staying out front. Patrick Jabronsky now in the 23 car, holding on to that P5 position. It's great to see that 23 car up there.
Yeah, the adversities fought through tonight. I mean, it's been wild. He's had several incidents. Now he's got a clean race car up towards the front of this field with less than 50 to go. Maybe he's got an opportunity to get a podium, maybe even challenge for the win here. If things lie out in his favor.
Absolutely. Anything can happen here with these restarts, with the race. I mean, it's Bristol. We still got a lot of time for moves to happen, and maybe a little bit of mistakes to happen too. So, anything can happen. We'll be looking at that 23 car throughout the rest of this race here. But we got lights out on the pace truck. We're going green flag racing this time by. We're going to be watching Rob Collier lead the field to green once again. Travis Manning on the outside in the P2 position. Brad Haldane in the P4 position with Jamie Knopf on the inside of him in the P3 position. Patrick Jabronsky now in P5. That is your top 5 for this restart. We're coming through 3 and 4 now. We're going to be watching the pace truck pull off of the racing surface and watch the O2 car creep up to the restart zone. Now, green flag in the air. The O2 getting a really good jump, but not as good as the 99. Travis Manning on the outside. He got a great jump as well. He's going to be challenging for the lead of this race. Off of turn 2 and into turn 3 now. The 99 has a nose over the O2. Still side by side coming off of turn 4 and across the start-finish line.
Wow, Travis Manning made it happen on the outside. He takes over the point of this race. Collier's backing up here to Jamie. Jamie's going to take it to the outside. He's going to try and rim ride up here to get by Collier. He doesn't make it happen on the outside. Collier's running a great line there on the bottom. Jamie's going to go back to the outside. Can he get the momentum rolling up there?
Jamie Knopf rolling real good here on the outside. He's making up a lot of ground to the O2 car. Maybe a little bit of fresher tires that's helping him out too. Now that he goes to the outside again, not making up much ground now to the O2. The O2's watching it roll on the bottom, as so does the 48. The O2 blocks his line going through 3 and 4. The 48 now all over the rear bumper of the O2. He shoves it to the inside in turn 1. We're side by side racing. The 48 can't hold on to it. And now the O2 holds on to P2 with the caution out in the air. Oh, it's the 23.
Oh, the announcer's curse.
It is. Let's go back and look and see what happened to this 23 car. Here he is here, coming off at turn 4 now. Oh, he got a little loose and into Tim Henderson he went. Grabbed a little bit of inside wall. Gets it going once more. 23 will be on his way. We've got the 45 on pit road right now. We got Rob down pit road now.
Yeah, he had one more set of tires. Decides to take them now as we're closing in about 40 laps to go and we get this restart. I think you have to do it. He had to do it. He was fading through the field.
There you have it right there. On the left, you can see all the different strategies happening. Manning, last time he was on pit road, lap 100. Knopf as well. Doughton as well.
I don't think there's two strategies there on that entire board that are the same. It's all over the place here tonight.
All right. Quick, let's go back through our top 5. We've got Travis Manning still leading this race. Jamie Knopf in P2. Stephen Doughton holding a very respectable P3 at the moment. Scott Bellum up into the top 5 in P4 with Matt Yost rounding out your top 5 right now. Some great runs by these drivers, taking advantage of all the points that they can.
As we got 40 laps to go here at Bristol, Manning's leading. Jamie's going to be P2. We currently have 11 cars on the lead lap. Tim Henderson got the advantage there with the free pass reward. See if he can make his way back up towards the front of this field.
Absolutely. It's a great opportunity for that 20 car to get back into this race. See what he can do. Get a good points haul too. It's what you want when you're trying to run for a championship, is a lot of consistency like this. You don't really run a playoff system here, Jay, so consistency is the key. Try and win this championship. We saw that with Javon Thompson of Season 1 of the Motor City Cup. Very consistent throughout the year, lots of podiums. Comes out winning the championship.
As your top 2 in points are going to lead the field back to green as the lights are out on the pace truck.
We're going green flag racing this time by. We're going down the back straightaway right now. The 99 going to be leading the field to green once again. 48 on the outside of him. Jamie Knopf. Stephen Doughton going to be restarting in P3 with Scott Bellum on the outside of him and Matt Yost rounding out your top 5 in the 70 car. Here comes the pace truck off the racing surface as they creep into the restart zone. The green flag is in the air. The 99 gets another great jump over the 48. And Jamie Knopf nowhere near challenging as Scott Bellum and Steven Downton now battling out for P3. Scott Bellum taking over that P3 position. Look at this. Here comes Rob Collier. He's all over the outside wall, rim right in that thing. Maybe grabbed a little bit of wall contact. That's not what you need. He needs to keep that car clean to get back up to the front.
Yes, he's flying. He's already up to P4, restarted P8. He's climbing through the field. Does he have enough time to go challenge Manning here for the win? We got 36 laps to go here at Bristol. Not a lot of time. 15-second laps around here. It's going to fly by. Here comes Collier. He's setting up Scooter B. Scott Bellum. He's looking to the inside of him. He's going to shut the door on him. We're going to go.
Oh, he gets turned by
Collier! Oh, no.
Oh, Brad Haldane's in
Haldane.
it. Tim Henderson's in it. The 19 of Bates is in it as well. Oh, man. We got to go back and look at that replay there. Let's see what happened between these two guys. In fact, let's go on board with the 45. See what precisely happened there from his point of view. I'd like to see if we can find anything. Maybe a little bit of netcode there. That was a little, unfortunate. I don't actually think these two cars made a little bit of contact. Let's rewind it just a little bit more. As we go just a little bit of, I don't know about that, Jay.
Yeah, that's a weird looking wreck. I don't even know if there was contact there.
Well, nonetheless, very unfortunate for these drivers. Now we've got Rob Collier down pit road. It doesn't look like he's got another quick repair. He is out with all this damage right now. The 02 not going to be able to contend for a win tonight. We've got all these guys now going down pit road. Javon Thompson leading the field right now. Travis Manning did make a pit stop. Got Jamie Knopf right behind him too. Those two people making pit stops. We got Tim Henderson, Brad Haldane coming down pit road as well. Brad not grabbing a... he took a quick repair. I was about to comment. I guess he really didn't make it or get a lot of damage from that caution there. But, you know, a quick repair could mask all of that.
Yeah, as it looks like everybody that had a set of tires left just decided to come and take them here. So we're going to have about under 30 laps to go when we get the green. So I guess what's the saying? If smoke them if you got them. If you got tires sitting on pit lane, you better take them.
Absolutely. Javon Thompson, your series defending champion, leading this race right now on lap 145 of 175. It's going to start to get crazy here. So we got Matt Yost behind him, Steven Downton in P3, Patrick Jablonski coming back into the top 5 in P4, Travis Manning, even after making a pit stop, comes out to P5. Jamie Knopf right behind him as well, Scott Bellum in 7th place, Brad Haldane in P8, Greg Shaw P9, and Tim Henderson still on the lead lap in P10.
Yeah, I think this restart's going to be crucial. You got Jamie and Travis both on brand new tires running P5, P6. Can they get a good enough restart here to climb themselves back into contention here for the win? Can Javon Thompson get a great restart and take off from the field? We're about to find out as the lights are out on the pace vehicle.
Lights out on the pace truck. That means we're going green flag racing this time by. We're going to be watching the 93 car of Javon Thompson leading the field to green with Matt Yost, the 70 car, on the outside of him. See what they can do on this restart. Remember how greasy it is on these restarts. These guys are going to be watching, or we're going to be watching these guys fishtail coming to the green flag. Now as the 93 goes up into the restart zone, and he's got the green flag. Stephen Downton pulling off onto the apron, letting people pass him, as Javon Thompson get a huge lead over the 70. Here comes the 99. They were looking 3 wide there for a second, and they were. The 99, though, making the best of the situation all the way back up into second. As the 70 goes around, Matt Yost making contact with the 1 car. Stephen Downton grabbing a part of that crash.
Wow. That changes everything again. Now Manning and Knopf were able to drive up to P2, P3. Brad Haldane up to P5 on those new tires. He's going to have something to say about this before the end of it.
Absolutely. Let's go back and look at this yellow flag here and see precisely what happened. Let's go ahead and rewind it just a little bit. We'll see. Look, we were 3 wide right there. Jamie Knopf on the inside. Let's see. Making a little contact there with the 23, and they all just go around. Look at that crash avoidance by the 39. Did you see that? We got to go.
Oh, my goodness. That was like a needle threader right there.
We're going to go on board with Brad Haldane here. Let's watch this. Whoa! No contact.
Oh my goodness.
Put that on iRacing Top 10. This man just pulled the move of the century. Look at that. That car's squeaky clean. No damage. That's awesome. All right, Jay, you said it earlier. 99 and the 48 back up into P2 and P3. Javon, though, still leading this race. He's going to have control of the restart. Right? We got the Imperial Motorsports crew up here in P4 and P5. It's a great outing for these two guys. A great points run, a great teams run right now for the 1 car and the 39 car, Scott Bellin and Brad Haldane. That rounds out your top 5 right now. Go back up to the front with Javon. Jay, what's your strategy if you're Javon right now? You've got 25 laps to go, and you got old tires versus new tires behind you. What do you do?
Put your foot to the push the skinny pedal and go. That's all you can do. Just get on her and get on her early and go. We got 24 laps to go. Probably have about 23, 22 left in the race when we get the green. Yeah, just push the skinny pedal and go. That's all you can do. I mean, those fresh tires behind you are going to be extremely difficult to battle and contend with. But if anybody could do it, it's Javon. We've seen him do some crazy things behind the wheel to get great finishes, and here he is in position to maybe steal one here late. We'll see.
We will absolutely see. This thing's got to come to an end sometime. 93 trying to make a great run tonight for the win of this race. He's going to have some very tough competition behind him. Nonetheless, we believe in you, Javon. You can do it. Lights are out on the pace truck. We're going green flag racing this time by. This is Javon Thompson's time to shine, baby. Go out there and push that skinny pedal and go. I quoted Jay there. I think that's a great quote.
Oh, we've already got a wreck under yellow. Looks like Dabrowski might have got turned there. Go get his spot back as we're coming to green.
Yes, we are. 93 car, or excuse me, the pace truck off the racing surface. The 93 creeping up into the restart zone. Green flag is in the air. The 93 getting a decent jump with old tires versus new tires on the outside of him of Travis Manning. Now he's trying to clear him. He's not going to be able to. The 99 taking control of this race right now as he holds on to the lead going into turn 3 and off of turn 4. Your new leader, the 99.
And here comes Jamie. He's going to look for P2 underneath Javon. Can he clear him here? He can't. They're going to stay side by side here down the back. Jamie's going to send it in. We got another yellow.
'23 car, Patrick Jabrowski. Grabbing a lot of damage to that 23 car. Let's go back and look at this replay here. I grabbed a little bit of help there by the 45 coming off of turn 2. Into the inside wall. He hit. Javon Thompson now coming down pit road.
Yeah, you might as well take him. I guess he had another set of tires. There's still lots of time. I mean, if we get a couple more cautions, he might be able to challenge for this win.
Absolutely. A 93 car looking like he might have a pretty good strategy here to try and compete with the front runners. Now, though, Travis Manning leading this race. We got Jamie Knopf behind him. Scott Bellum and Brad Haldane in P3 and 4. And Tim Henderson has worked his way from a lap down all the way back up to the lead lap in P5. What a great run by this 20 car so far.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier, is this is the battle of survival here at Bristol. If you could just survive to the end, you could potentially walk away the podium finish here tonight. What a phenomenal job he did to race his way back to the lead lap into a top 5 position late. Goes to show, you can never give up in these races. You just got to keep grinding.
Also, one quick shout out here. Dallas Seward was 2 laps down at around lap 120. He's now back on the lead lap in P9.
Wow, that's crazy. That's a battling. We only got 9 cars on the lead lap. That's wild.
Absolutely. Nonetheless, though, making a great run tonight, getting that points haul that he needs. Stay up there and in the standings. Continue to monitor that as well.
Yeah, that's a good point that you bring up the point battle. Every point or every position's a point. So if you can just squeak a couple out here at the end, that's more points towards the end of the season. Anything can happen. Long season for this championship.
Absolutely. We see these cars starting to stack up just a little bit early. They're excited. They're ready to go. They're chomping at the bits to get to the finish of this race as they want to get the best finishing position possible. Again, we got the 99 up front, the 48 on the outside of him. The 1 and the 39 now are P3 and P4, looking to bring home a great podium finish for those guys. Matt Yost back up into the top 5 in the 70 car.
Yeah, and you got Javon Thompson up there in 6th on those fresh tires. Could we see another battle between Manning and Knopf for the victory here tonight? Your top 4 in points, your 4 top highest finishers last week are running 1 through 4 right now. This championship battle is heating up as we're going to get green flag racing as the lights are off on the pace truck down the back.
Absolutely. Look, this 93 car, you bring up a good point. He's got the fresh tires. Let's see what he can do on this restart as the pace truck now going through 3 and 4. We're going to be watching him coming off of the racing surface and the 99 creeping up into the restart zone now and getting the green flag. The 99 getting a great jump over the 48 right now, and side-by-side action by the 1 and the 48. Scott Bellum trying to get over to that second place position. Maybe a little bit of contact there. They're still side by side. No, they're not. The 48 takes control of P2, and Scott Bellum back into P3.
Yeah, as we got 14 laps to go. Gonna get 13 to go this time at the line when we come back around. As Jamie's continuing to hunt, as now the Imperial boys are battling out. Here comes Bad Brad Haldane to the outside of Scooter B. Dallas is slowed on the inside. Here comes Javon Thompson, those fresh tires. They're coming alive here late in this race. He's battling up into P4.
Javon Thompson, he's trying to get that podium position. He's got 12 laps to do it, excuse me. Now Javon, he's just got to work over this 39 car and get that position. He's digging real hard, a little bit faster than the 39 at the moment last time by, as the 45 is hunting as well. The 45 looking like he's got brand new tires, a brand new car. He's challenging Javon for the P4 position.
Yeah, this battle rages on as now here comes Shaw. He's looking to the inside of Javon. He's going to send it in on the bottom, still side by side. Oh, he nearly clears it, but we got Digga Boys, 10 to go here at Bristol. Who takes the victory as we continue to battle here for P4?
Greg Shaw looking like he's got the advantage on the inside. He might pull a slider here. Coming off at turn 4, he does. He pulls right up in front of Javon. Javon's going to shove it on the inside in turn 1. It might not be enough. No, it isn't. The 45 now. He's looking to work over Brad Haldane.
Wow, as Haldane is hanging on to this podium position. 9 laps to go. Can he hang on? 8 laps to go as Haldane sideways. Here comes Shaw to the inside. Looking for a P3 position. We're still side by side here down the back.
Down the back we go. We're still side by side now. The 45 looking like he's got a little bit of an advantage, but no, the 39, they're making contact now. Going into turn 1. The 39 had the run down the front straightaway. Couldn't take advantage of it. Now they're side by side. The 39's going to get the run again, but the 45 shoving it deep on the inside. We're going to be completing lap 169 now as the 45 gets sideways. He doesn't have much for the 39. He's got to make a pass because here comes Javon.
It's 4 cars under a blanket for this final podium spot. Here comes Tim Henderson. He's up in the battle now. He was multiple laps down. Now he's trying to fight for a podium. We got 5 laps to go. Who's going to get it? Greg Schall's still on the inside of Haldane. He's going to clear him here off of turn 2. He moved him up to P3. Haldane grabs a little bit of wall. Here comes Siobhan to the inside.
Brad Haldane channeling his inner Ryan Newman, doing a great job trying to keep those guys behind him, but it's not enough. Those guys with the new tires, they just have so much speed right now. Javon, though, having a little bit of an issue trying to get around the 39 as we now see Greg Shaw chasing down P2 of Jamie Knopf.
Yeah, as he's going to run out of time as we've got 4 laps to go here. I don't know if he'll be able to get there, but this battle for 4th continues to rage on.
We'll go back up to the front here with Travis Manning. He's going to be coming across the line for the white flag lap. Coming into turn 3 and off of turn 4. Then he'll get the white flag, Now off of turn 4. The white flag in the air.
One more lap around Bristol for Travis Manning, the gladiator that survived the battle of survival here. He's going down the back for the final time through 3 and 4. He's going to do it. After losing in heartbreaking fashion last week, he wins at Bristol.
This is a great battle happening here. Oh, Javon makes contact with the wall coming to there's a checkered flag. That's going to put him back to P6. Tim Henderson steals that P5 position.
Wow, what a battle there at the end. That was crazy.
Great race. All right.
Wow. Greg Shaw, he was one of those guys that pitted at the end of that race and ends up coming on P3. What a drive through the field there at the end.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and bring up Greg into our broadcast booth. Let's see what he has to say. Hey, Greg, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes. Guys, what's going on?
Greg, what a phenomenal run you had there at the end. You saw Javon there at the end having a little bit of a trouble passing Brad Haldane, but you pounced on the opportunity when it presented itself to try and overtake not just Javon, but also Brad. Tell us what you were thinking with that battle happening in front of you. What did you need to do, and what did you ultimately do to get around those 2 cars?
I mean, I was trying to do everything we did the whole race. As always, we're making adjustments throughout, and Bristol, I've always done a diamond technique, and it seemed to work at the end. You enter high and go down low. You get the run off the turn, but with them getting side by side, that gave us the run off, and Brad didn't have the tires, it seems. So once we got around Javon, it was just keeping behind us.
Absolutely. All race long, though, you were caught up in a lot of incidents there. You saved your quick repair for the end, which turned out to be the right call because you come out here, you finish P3, you're on the podium, which, by the way, congratulations. But what was the mindset at the beginning of this race when you were just getting caught up after wreck after wreck after wreck? Did you think that you could actually come out here and finish on the podium after all those wrecks?
That was the plan with holding on to the backup car, was just, hey, we can pull that out at the end and be able to run. But a lot of it was I had someone in my ear telling me, hey, calm down, because a lot of it was me trying not to take out a certain couple people that there was issues with all race with certain guys. And luckily we were able to pull out that backup car at the end, and it came through. But I mean, it's Bristol.
Yes, sir. It's Bristol, baby. Well, Jay, that's all I got for Greg here. What do you got for him?
Yeah, I just want to say congratulations are battling back the race of survival here at Bristol, and you did it. You got on the podium here in the second race of the season. Who do you have to thank for your performance tonight?
I mean, I got to thank Limitless, my team, World Wildlife Foundation. We've been partnered with them for a while, raising money for their charity. Uh, Get Wet Sports and Rave. They've been a lot of help this season and all the series we've been doing, especially here at Nexus. And hopefully, we'll be able to continue bringing these cars home.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again. And we hope to see you in the next one.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. That was your P3 finisher for tonight. Again, huge congratulations to the 45 car. Look, he had a fast car last week, comes out here, saves his stuff towards the end, and gets a P3 run. What an incredible run for this guy. All right, let's bring down P2 for Jamie Knopf. Jamie, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Jamie, a familiar feeling you might have seeing us once again in the broadcast booth, but nonetheless, a great race tonight that you had. You and Travis really just had some of the fastest cars in the field. You guys were battling it out. Did you feel like you had something for Travis there at the end, or maybe towards the middle part of the race, that you could compete, or not compete, but that you could challenge that P1 position with?
I was too tight on the short run, so I would need to go to about a 50 lap run for me to have a chance. And so there at the end, I knew I didn't have a chance. I was just too tight. But we were always on different tire strategies, seemed like, because we only had 3 extra sets. So some people pitted early, then some people pitted when I did, and some pitted after me. So it was kind of, I mean, till right there at the end, I think was the first time we had the same tires on at the same time.
Right. So, yeah, we did actually comment on the different kind of strategies that were running through the field, but most people just, or most of the people look like they were just running their own strategy, waiting for the end of this race to try and use their quick repair, then use their last set of tires to try and pull out a win. Is that something that you thought about before you came into this race tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I knew we only had 3 extra sets, and I didn't want to change them before lap 50. And then I think it was around 62, but we had a bunch of caution laps on them, so I really could have went further, but I done got passed by people that had swapped tires already. So I said I'll go ahead and put on the set. And I was wanting to save that last set to about when I put them on right there. I think it was 35 to go, because we had a few caution laps and then a couple more cautions. Then we wouldn't have a real long run there on those set of tires, and I didn't want to have to come through the pack, because even with fresh tires, it's still hard to make you pass, especially if 2 people have got the same older tires on in front of you running side by side. It's hard to make it 3 wide.
Absolutely. Well, tonight we did see that tires did make a big difference. Maybe a little bit contrary to what we see in the Cup Series today, but nonetheless, a great job or a great race that you ran. Jay, that's all I got for Jamie here. Do you have anything for him?
Yeah, Jamie, congratulations on P2. I mean, you starting the season off in the right foot with a victory and then a P2. And you and Travis, I know it's early in the season and the points are still yet to be decided throughout the year, but it seems like you and Travis are going to be battling it out week in, week out up here. So what are you thinking towards the championship fight, strategies going through the next few races? And then also, who do you have to thank for your performance tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting, and SK for putting on the league. And I think it's like the last Gen 6 series with open setup, so still on the sim. So thank him for that. But yeah, it was a good battle with him. I look forward to it more often in the next couple of weeks. And Rob, I think he would have been a contender right there, and he put on his set right after we did, and so he was having to come through the pack, and I think he got caught in a wreck or something. I didn't really see what happened. I have to go back and watch, but he would have been right there with us, just like he was last week. And so it's a lot of fun, and can't wait to, next week. I think it's Texas next week. So
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for the kind words. Next week we are going to Texas, so we can't wait to see you there. But we hope to see you at Texas there, Jamie.
all right, thanks, and congratulations to Travis on the awesome win. He was really fast.
Absolutely. All right, let's go ahead and bring up our race winner for tonight. That is the 99 of Travis Manning. Travis, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
All right, what an awesome race that you put on tonight. Coming out and getting the checkered flag. A little bit of redemption from last week. Tell us, what does this mean to you?
It's definitely a good one to get off my back. We had good pace last week, and was trying to ride that momentum into this week. And as I stated at Kansas, I was going to work a little harder on this car, and I think it was more survival of the fittest tonight. But all in all, the car was still a rocket ship, and it definitely carried me where we got tonight.
Absolutely. We did see that tires made a big difference throughout this race. We saw a mixed bag of strategies where we saw some cars starting, and restarting in P10 and then finding themselves in P4 just after a few laps of driving around some cars that had older tires. But with the different strategies out on track, what did that mean for you when you had to go and get tires? Did you take into consideration the type of risks that you were taking with restarting in the back?
Oh yeah, for sure. You have to, especially at a track like Bristol where you get caught up, mid-pack and anything can happen. So you absolutely have to weigh that. But then, we're already down to the few set of tires that we have. You really got to balance them out with what everyone else has. So just I did my best to try to keep track of who had what, and then right there at the end, I figured 30 to go. It was do or die. It was time to put the last set on, and Jamie followed me in. It worked out.
Awesome. Well, that's actually all I got for you, Travis. Jay, do you have anything for Travis?
Yeah, Travis, congratulations on this victory tonight. I mean, wow, what a drive. You had probably one of the best cars all night. I'm going to ask kind of the same question I asked Jamie because I'm just curious. It seems like you and him just trading wins, battling for the lead up here. It's got to be fun racing with each other. What is your strategy in the next few weeks to maybe combat this championship? I know it's early in the season. The points are still to be decided, but what's your strategy to keep the head or the leg up on Jamie as the season continues?
Work harder. That's about all I got. I know Jamie and Rob. I know those two are going to be around. I know Chad missed tonight, but he'll even be in the mix here as the season goes. It's going to be a matter of who works the hardest, who spends the most time on their car, and who does the race right. I mean, that's what it's eventually going to come down to. Everyone in here is so talented. But Jamie, that dude's got so much speed. So it's just work hard every week, and if I didn't pull it off, we got to work harder next week.
That's the answer I was looking for. I like it. I like it. It get some insight into this championship battle. But my final question is, who do you have to thank for your performance here tonight?
Definitely group at Man Motorsports. I said this car was on rails. Bristol's not one of my favorite tracks to drive nor build for, but they definitely hooked me up with a sweet ride today. So thanks to them. Thanks to you guys. Thanks to SK and all the Nexus guys for putting this on. I heard Jamie say this is probably one of the last Gen 6 with open setups, and him and I appreciate this. This is my favorite car on the platform, and it's a lot of fun to still go out here and run open setups with a good group of guys.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again for coming out here, Travis, giving us some great content to get out to YouTube to help build our channel here. We truly appreciate what you do in coming out here, and we hope to see you in the next one there, Travis.
Yep, appreciate you guys. See y'all next week.
See you next week. All right, Jay, what a just fantastic ending to this race that we had. We saw some great battling there for the final podium position between Brad Haldane, Javon Thompson, Greg Shaw, but really throughout the whole race, we saw a lot of strategies. We saw a lot of just complete carnage at times with these guys, but the cool heads prevailed. We saw Greg Shaw just continuing to get caught up in all these wrecks, but coming out and getting that P3 finish, but nonetheless, we had a lot of drivers do that tonight as well. What a great race, honestly.
It's Bristol, baby. What a great race we witnessed. We saw so many strategies. We pulled it up at one point in the race. 10, 20 different strategies going on. Nobody knew what was going to happen towards the end of the race. We didn't know. We saw that Manning and Knopf, they both took their tires late in this race. It turned out to be the correct strategy call when they saved them for the last little stint. We're able to come out here with a P1, P2 finish. And then we get a little bit of insight from the drivers on towards the championship and who they're expecting they're going to have to beat throughout the rest of this season. And it appears that you're going to have to just work harder. You're going to have to put more time in the sim, work on these setups to be better than the competition, because it is a tight field out here, the best iRacers in the business, and they duked it out here at Bristol, battle of survival. And Travis Manning, at the end of the day, comes home victorious, redeems himself after a last week fumble there towards the end of the race.
Absolutely. Well, guys, we're going to wrap up this broadcast here. We want to thank everybody who came out, liked, and commented on our stream. Mr. Wagner, we see you in the chat. Thank you for commenting. Dallas Seward blankly stating that he finished. Yes, sir, you did. Congratulations. But nonetheless, thank you guys for coming out, for watching our stream. We got a lot of stuff on our YouTube channel. Make sure you guys go and check out all the videos that we do. We also do some podcasts, so make sure you guys go and check those out as well. Jay and I do that every Tuesday, so you guys can tune in live as well. Tomorrow, on Thursday, we've got a short track league coming up for the Nexus Sim Racing League, so we'll be broadcasting again right here on YouTube on the Dega Boys Broadcasting Network. Make sure you guys tune in for that as well. Again, we thank everybody who came out, watched, liked, and subscribed to our videos and commented. It means a lot to us. Thank you again, and we hope to see you all in the next one.